Hello everyone and welcome back to more Aston Villa. It's Thriller at the Villa, no longer on the FM22 beta. The full game is out and we are actually now playing on that, so that's good. And today is the final episode of our second season in charge. It's been a great season. It's kind of fallen off a cliff, but still, it's been a very good year for the club. Now, this might be the final episode of the actual save as well. I did say a couple of episodes ago, let me know, do you want a season 3? Or do you want to move on to the next main save with Portsmouth? Let me know what you think. I'm happy to do season 3. I would like to do one more season just to end things off. Now we've got the full game out. One more transfer window, see how well we can do. But let me know what you think on a video or on Twitter. Tell me in some way and then I will go with the consensus view. But also just to confirm as well, the Chelsea series, the longer format series, in the style of the International Journeyman series, which we did last year. We'll go and watch that if you haven't done so already. That will be starting, fingers crossed, on Sunday and will hopefully, fingers crossed, be a weekly series. Anyway, that's all the programming information. Now let's get into today's episode, which is, well, I mean, our form has kind of become an issue. 6 games without a win is the longest period without a win in the entire save so far. Obviously, the caliber of opponents we've had to face is pretty big. We've obviously been knocked out last time of the Europa League. It was a spirited effort against Chelsea, but we just came up slightly short. And then we did, of course, lose at home for the first time in the league. Really the first time in the whole save in terms of a normal match time to Arsenal. It was a heavy defeat as well. Very disappointing performance. But I think basically we've kind of run out a bit of steam. One game since last time, it was a 0-0 away at Man City, which is, perfectly creditable. We've got 2 games left. We've got Chelsea at home. We've got Everton away. And we need a result in at least one of them because we are currently in 3rd still, which of course is where we finished last year. We've got 78 points, which is 1 better than last season. But dreams of the title have long gone. Dreams of even 2nd place have gone as well. That's going to be between Liverpool and Arsenal, but we need to get at least 1 win really, because Tottenham in 4th are 4 points behind. Manchester UFC, for copyright reasons, are in 5th, 4 points behind. So basic maths tells you that if they both win their remaining games and we don't win either, we're not going to be in the Champions League next season, which we would like to be. We are guaranteed Europa League football. We can't finish lower than 5th, which is still good. And as I said, yeah, we've surpassed last year's points tally, so that's really good too. And that's a massive anticlimax after all that hype. Literally next click, we've qualified for the Champions League, so someone must have lost. What? Okay. Well, there we go then. Brilliant. What are we going to spend? 84 million. 84 million to spend. I wouldn't be against a season 3. Okay then, we'll have some fun. So Spurs have lost to Arsenal. How does that mean we're secure? Because Man U can still do it, surely. I suppose Spurs can't. Oh yeah, no. So I'm being thick. Spurs can't catch us. They'd have to both catch us because we're in 3rd. So okay, we can't finish lower than 4th. We are in the Champions League. That's good. 2 games to play to end the season. Hopefully on a high. We'll assess the squad as we do, because there are definitely areas to improve. Part of the reason, of course, for our downturn in form was the fact that we have had a bit of an injury crisis in various positions, particularly at right back and on the wings, but we're kind of getting back to full strength. Junior Sambia is back. He comes straight into the side. Zeki Kelek is still going to be out for this one. But otherwise, the main men are all here. Martinez in goal, Target, Mings and Meppen the rest of the defence. Polgar, Zakaria and Sanson in the midfield. Buendia and Bailey back on the wings. And Ollie Watkins is going to be up front. That's the main area to improve. Striker is Danny Ings is absolutely awful. As I said last time, Spurs want him. Spurs can have him. To be honest, I'd sell Watkins as well. El Ghazi, I think we can probably upgrade. Midfield has done pretty well, but we need a bit of depth for them. I'm happy to let John McGinn go, for example. Defence as well has done, decently, but you can see the average ratings are worse than last year. Last year, every single position was over a 7 in terms of eventual average rating, except for defensive midfield and right-sided centre-back. At the moment, Kelek potentially will be, but there's issues here. Clearly improvements, especially from Polgar, but yeah, definitely not as good as last season, although we have ended up with more points, so it's interesting. But anyway, let's play Chelsea, let's play Everton, let's look at the end of season stuff and see what we have to do. Now, obviously, we do know them. We played them last time, and it was a contest. So we want some revenge. We want to see if we can get the job done here and not secure Champions League football because that's already been done for us by Spurs. If I'd known that, if I'd have done one more click and known that, we probably would have just skipped this game. But anyway, we'll cover the main events and see what happens as Chelsea come forwards. Havertz is there. Marcus Alonso, loads of space. He just banged one in the top corner. So the home run, the home unbeaten run is not restarting. We just look we look dead. It's a good job Spurs lost because I genuinely think we will lose this game and against Everton. That's how terrible our form is. So thanks Spurs. You've saved us. What a goal by Alonso, by the way. What a hit. Can we show a bit of fight back, a bit of spirit? We often do. We are known for coming back from behind in matches, and maybe we will here. Matt Target, bit of space for him to work with. Can he find a good cross in? It's a cross in, knocked down by Bailey. Ollie Watkins is there, and Ollie Watkins equalises, playing for his future. Good to see some effort from him. He wants to keep his job here, really. And I'm not against keeping him if we do another season, but if a bid comes in for him, I'll probably take it. Into the second half, I don't really know. I'm not really sort of too bothered about this as Buendia gets himself in a good position, finds Sambia. Back to Sanson, who hits one and hits the crossbar. Unlucky from Sanson, who's had a brilliant season. But obviously this game now doesn't mean anything. We can't finish second. I mean, I suppose it does mean something. The more points we can get, the higher we'll get in terms of our points record. We also do want to make sure we get third place again to match last season in terms of position. And we've scored. I mean, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I'm asleep at the switch here. I felt the players were on the beach. But I definitely was. Throw in from the right-hand side. It looks like nothing's on here. Sambia finds Traore, knocks it down. And Zakaria, to be fair to him, nothing was on. It's an absolutely wonder strike from Dennis Zakaria to give us the lead. Is the unbeaten home run restarting? Let's hope so. Polgar finds Jacob Ramsey, who finds El Ghazi, gets it back. Chip ball forwards. Traore's in behind. Goes for the strike. It is coming back. 3-1. 3-1. To come from behind again against a team that's just knocked us out of the Europa League semi-final. What a performance. Clinical as well. There's not been much action. But Traore gets in behind. Doesn't pass it. Goes for it himself. Job done. Chelsea still want another goal back. It's knocked away. Lukaku always scores against us. So if we can deny him that would be probably preferable. He's still going to get one though, isn't he? No, blocked. Brilliant defending from Mings and Mepham. Target gets it away to El Ghazi. Can we grab a fourth just to truly put the cherry on top? El Ghazi's still going. He's found Watkins. We can. It's 4-1. I did not expect this. Great run from El Ghazi. Another man who is sort of playing for his survival at the team here. And Watkins as well. 2 from him against Chelsea. Best performance from him in the entire save, really. And it's going to be a 4-1 win against Chelsea. Another fantastic victory to end the home campaign. Talk about getting your form back. Well done, boys. It means nothing, but very good indeed. Very good indeed. Especially as Manchester UFC do win as well. But that means that 4th place is secured. We're 4 points clear of them. They cannot catch us, even if we lose to Everton. We can't catch up Arsenal, obviously, as said, but 3rd place in the bag. We're in the Champions League, of course. We've done better than last season. We are at least going to be 4 points better off than last season. Okay, final game of the season, and I want to do a bit of an experiment. We're going to go as full strength as we can. Kellick comes back in, so this is the preferred lineup, really. Even though we are away from home, I'm going to use the home tactic. I just want to see what happens. It might be a disaster. It doesn't really matter. We've already surpassed last season's points tally. We've matched last season's place. We can't finish any higher or lower, so we might as well. Okay, whether it works remains to be seen, but Target wins the ball back straight from that kick there. We're on the attack straight away. Quick response, just not even 10 minutes in. Buendia, left-hand side, pulls it back to Target, who's going to put the cross in. Is he? No. Buendia goes short to Sanson, knocks it to Zakaria, who hits it, and it's a big save from Pickford to deny what would have been the 2nd great goal from Zakaria today. Looking to come forward again, intercepted by Braithwaite. And now perhaps Everton are coming forward. We've not been necessarily supremely attacking so far, as we often are at home. So whether this experiment works or not, I don't know. But I just want to see what happens rather than playing the usual away system. Just want to, see what difference is, because we're so good at home, generally speaking. Maybe it will actually work away from home. I don't know. Not massively so far. Everton are kind of in around the box here. Auriela cross in, looking for Richarlison, who knocks it down to Calvert-Lewin, whose effort goes wide. Free kick from Mings, playing out from the back. Polgar to target. This is a good place to be in if we can work a chance here. There's options as Buendia tries to find Watkins, who manages to get in behind, but Pickford picks up the ball before he can do anything with it. And now it's Everton coming forwards instead, and this is looking quite ominous. Damari Gray's in behind, but it's a good save from Martinez. Corner for Everton. We may switch this up as Ben Godfrey nearly scores, Braithwaite nearly scores, and Calvert-Lewin does actually score. It's an experiment that's not worked so far, and we're now losing. I mean, this caused some havoc in the box. Godfrey hits the crossbar. It's cleared off a line from Braithwaite, but only as far as Calvert-Lewin. Third time lucky for Everton, and they take the lead. Going to give it till half time just to sort of see before we make any sort of switch. I don't really want to end the year with a defeat, but I mean, as said, it doesn't mean anything. We've only conceded from a corner and nearly another one. Well, the assistant recommendation is, you've been terrible so far, sort it out. So I think what we will do is we will sort it out by giving them what they should and switching to the correct system that we use. It was worth a try, but clearly it's not the way forwards. Can we see a bit of a fight back? Kelleck down the line to Leon Bailey. Already we're looking a little bit more positive, which makes no sense really, because if anything, this is less attacking, but it just seems to do the trick away from home against weaker sides. Kelleck ball in, looking for Buendia. Buendia's effort into Pickford's gloves. Coming forwards again, Buendia. In behind is Ollie Watkins. He's been dragged a little bit wide, forced a little bit wide, but pulls it back, and Leon Bailey's there, and Leon Bailey scores. So basically, experiment concluded. Just use this system away from home. It's worked so far. I thought maybe it would be an improvement based on other things that you will see shortly, but not for this team. We need to play like this away from home. I mean, it could just be a complete coincidence. Calvert-Lewin's in again. Calvert-Lewin's hit the post, and Mepham gets it away. What a miss. They've got another corner though. That's a problem, and I thought maybe a push, but it's just not. Still plenty of time to throw it away. Calvert-Lewin just gives it to El Ghazi, which is good for us, who boots it forwards to Watkins, but not really much support there. And who knows where this is going to go. I'm fine with a 1-1 draw, actually, to be honest. That'll be good. Gray, space for a cross, in, goes back. And this is, we're all kind of all over the place there. Not the best defensive setup on that evidence. We've managed to regroup. Calvert-Lewin knocks it down. Ben Godfrey hits it, and it's a save from Martinez. And that's a lot for the game and for the season. Improved second half performance. Yep, okay, we'll go with that system then. Well done. I'm not happy with your performance out there. I'm not really bothered. It means literally nothing. Nothing whatsoever. There's the final table. Liverpool are champions once again, which you just hate to see. We're third, 82 points. We've beaten last year's record by 5. That's not bad. And the rest of the table, Man City do not qualify for Europe on goal difference behind Chelsea. Wow, that's impressive. Very impressive. Reading and Stoke got promoted. They go straight back down. In fact, actually, all 3 promoted sides go straight back down, which is a damning indictment of the gap between this and the Championship. But Norwich is still here, which is very unrealistic. And here we are then, end of the season, confetti all over the place. We didn't win anything, but it was another good season. It felt like a disappointment, obviously, because we could potentially have won the Premier League. It was never likely, really, but it was a possibility. We got to the Europa League semi-final, and obviously just the sort of run towards the end of the season, it felt like a bit of a drop off. Well, it was a drop off. It felt like a bit of a letdown. But as we said multiple times, we've matched last year's position. We have surpassed last year's points tally, and we are Aston Villa. We're managing Aston Villa, and we're feeling slightly disappointed to have finished third in the Premier League 2 years running. I think we need to get some perspective. So the signings, Zeki Kelleck, a bit of a slow start, but overall 42 appearances, 7.06 average rating, 8 assists, did very, very well. Clear upgrade at fullback. Melling did quite well when called upon, didn't play as much, of course. Mepham was solid. Could have been, he's only going to get better, really. Polgar, similarly, was pretty good too. I think other signings, not as good. Max Bird did not play at all. The rest of them just never really played. So the main improvements, I think, were significant improvements. And if we can actually see who we got rid of and see how well they did. And it's a pretty bleak picture. Matty Cash, 6.67 at Newcastle. He's not done very well, if I say. Douglas Luiz at Zenit, 6.56. So it's not, we haven't really, no one we've got rid of has done especially well, except for Trezeguet. So there we go. I'm bored. An A- rating overall is not bad at all. Villa Park 98% full. That's, could get a bit more there. But the 4-0 win against Zenit St. Petersburg is apparently the biggest win. Moment to remember was the 2-1 away win against Man United. I would agree with that. That was very good. Finances, there we go. Club reputation is improved to a continental one. It says it hasn't changed, but I mean, it clearly has. The word's changed. No sponsorship. They're the shirt sales. Bailey, of course, is the top, as you would probably expect. Ings is second. Don't know why. Sponsorships increased. Broadcast revenue's gone down, even though we were in the Champions League. Please explain that to me. But best 11, it's not got the ratings here, which is weird, but we can see them here. Martin, I mean, it's obvious, really. It picks itself. It's not going to be anything else, really, is it? Although I suppose Watkins for Ings is the only sort of question mark, but he's done better than Ings, so obviously he gets the nod. And so we don't win Manager of the Year, which is a bit of a disappointment, I suppose, unless it's going to come up magically later. Normally they say it here. We did win it for January Manager of the Month, so that's okay. Player of the Season is Tyrone Mings, which I would not have seen coming, but there we go. Jacob Ramsey, Young Player of the Season. Well done to him. Zeki Kelly is signing of the season, which is good because he was our biggest signing, so good to see that worked out well. In the end, top goal scorer is Ollie Watkins with 13. That's not good enough. Considering Danny Ings got, 30 or something last season, something like that. He's had a big drop-off and will be almost certainly sold. Buendia, 10 assists is the most. Player of the match is Mings with 6. Highest average rating is actually Dennis Zakaria, who is he's brilliant. He is so good. For £7 million, he's been an absolute bargain. Most passes is Polgar. Record breakers, Martinez 22 clean sheets, a big improvement from Martinez this season, it's fair to say. And yeah, Louis Barry, youngest goal scorer, that is good. So yeah, overall, it's been another great season. You have to say it. You can't say anything else. Could it have been better? Of course it could have been better, but things always can be, really, can't they? You can't just, expect perfection all the time. Well, except that there's nothing on it, particularly in terms of progress, but the board want top half next year, which is okay. We can manage that, but I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to surpass it. But anyway, there we are. That is it for the season. And as we said, if you want us to do a season 3, let me know. The current sort of voting standards would indicate that you do. So we probably will. As I say, I'm more than happy to. I'd like to do one more year just to see sort of how well we can do. And with that in mind, let me know who you think we should improve, what we can improve. I think, really, as said, striker is an issue. We need to get someone else in. Danny Ings is not good enough anymore. The rest of the first 11 is more or less, well, I would say the rest of the first 11 are all good players who are certainly, we don't need to necessarily improve on. It's the depth options that are an issue, so we can rotate a bit more sort of, regularly and a bit more confidently, perhaps. This is my sort of problem with saves like this. I mean, we could maybe improve at left back, really, but I've got no real issue with Matt Target. We can improve theoretically. Who's our highest, consistent rating in the team? Zakaria, Bailey. We could improve on them. We could get better players than them, but why? There's nothing wrong with them. So I think striker's the priority. Big money striker who's actually going to hopefully score goals, and then just sort of the depth options for most of the positions. And if we end up getting somebody in who ends up being better than one of these guys, then fine. But I'm not going to go out deliberately looking for any position to replace one of these guys, except probably striker. But anyway, that is enough rambling. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think down below, and I will see you next time, probably for season 3.